Happy Saturday. It's the weekend and it's the second day of the 9th month, September. And I hope you're having a beautiful start for Labor Day weekend. You know, we got to get a book in, because between the pages of a book is a lovely place to be. So hopefully sometime this weekend you do some last minute, last hour summer reading. It's still appropriate during the holidays. And like I said, this came in the mail yesterday. It's important to raise joyful, confident readers. A lot of times folks get into mayhem, our youth, because they have significant reading problems. And then they tune out, they disconnect from class, and when they're not keeping up, they feel discouraged, and they'll act out, they'll get in trouble, and then that sets them up for a long cycle. So we want to make sure that our children are reading on track, and these are one of the keys to success in life, so that they can flourish and realize that there's so much to discover out here through books. Okay, don't get me started. Let me get to our last book. Yeah, I have to visit the library tomorrow. I check out maybe 25 at a time. And this is The Flower Girl. The Flower Girl, by Jamila Walgreen. Nikki is all in for love and pretty petals, but dresses not so much. So being asked to be the flower girl, okay, so I guess she's a tomboy, at her favorite aunt's wedding means she must find her voice and an outfit that goes with it. This is going to be interesting. Full of warmth and charm, Flower Girl is a jubilant story of self-love. Okay. All right. Everybody's special, and let's see what this is going to unfold. I once served as a flower girl when I was like 5 or 6. And to this day, I see the woman at my church. And it was back so many years ago. And the marriage didn't last, but she's beautiful. And I'm not sure what happened to her ex-husband, but she's living a vibrant, thriving life. And that's what we want everybody to experience. And that's why reading and finding out what brings you joy is so important, that you do it, something daily, if not weekly, or just regularly. All right, Nikki came downstairs one morning and checked out the world. Sun shining like this day, clouds fluffy, pancakes cooking, yummy. A perfect morning. Yes, this is a perfect morning. And then it got even better. Aunt Carmela came over. Aunt Carmela was the best aunt, the funniest and the funnest aunt, the coolest aunt. Auntie, that's what we would call her. Everyone ate dead super blueberry pancakes, and Aunt Carmela told them that she was getting married to Big Dave. All right, Carmela and Dave. Nikki loved Big Dave. That's what I'm saying. He was nice and funny and really very, very useful. Nice, funny, very useful. Those might be good prerequisites for a great mate. Let's see. When they got married, he'd be Uncle Big Dave, and that was great news. And then it got even better. Aunt Carmela asked Nikki, will you be our flower girl? Would she? Would she? You bet she would. Just one thing, said Nikki. What's a flower girl? Aunt Carmela said, a flower girl is the first person, just about the most important person of the wedding. The flower girl spreads flower petals before anyone else walks into the room. Oh, it is. She sets the pace. Why? Nikki asked. Because it's pretty, Dad said. And it's a sign of love, Mama said. Okay, said Nikki. I am all in for love and pretty petals. Yes. And all day long, that's what she thought about. Love and pretty petals. Aunt Carmela called the next day and said, let's go, Tiger. Nikki loved when Aunt Carmela called her Tiger. We're off on an adventure, Mama said. There will be ice cream, Aunt Carmela said. Oh, that sounds fun to me. An adventure and then the ice cream part of it. Woo. Okay, let's go. The first stop was the wedding dress store. I have a niece who is preparing for her marriage, and she asked me to play a significant role, but this time not the flower girl. But I'm looking forward to participating and just celebrating with her, because it's great when you can find love and joy. All right. The first stop was a wedding dress store. Aunt Carmela looked beautiful. Yay, said Nikki. You are gorgeous. Yes, she is. Aunt Carmela hugged Nikki hard. Then she showed Nikki a small dress. How about this one, Mama said. For who? So you see, Nikki probably doesn't like the frilly stuff. For you, Aunt Carmela and Mama both said. Nikki said nothing. When they got home, Aunt Carmela said, let's try it again. She got out a big magazine with lots of pictures. There sure were a lot of little dresses. Nikki said nothing. Aww. That's part of the best part of being... Oh my goodness, I love wearing dresses. They're more comfortable than pants to me anytime, but let's see how this goes. After a while, Nikki said very politely, thank you for the ice cream. Oh, and she went to her room. She didn't like any of these? Oh. Aunt Carmela knocked on Nikki's door. Tiger, I have to go. Don't worry, we'll find a dress you like. Nikki said nothing. Aunt Carmela said, you'll be a beautiful flower girl. Nikki said very, very quietly, I don't want to be a flower girl. Aunt Carmela was surprised. She told Mama, and Mama was surprised. This made me think of somebody who, special girl, and she's in high school, and I remember attending one of her concerts, orchestra, and I was so excited for her, and I just watched her grow up. And a lot of our young people are going through that, where there was a special occasion recently, and the name that I would call her, she let the public know that's not the name that she goes by, but she switched her name to a male, and she was dressed like a male, and I was talking to her uncle, and he was like, I don't know how to handle this. I just don't. Just like, keep on loving her, keep on listening to her, being there for her. Just keep on, continue doing your relationship as you had before. A lot of, and I had students go through this, friends, family. Just continue to be there and just listen. Now, I didn't necessarily address them specifically, but they knew that I was in support of them. This is reality. Aunt Carmela was surprised, she told Mama, and Mama was surprised. Yeah. So let's see how they handle this. Nikki sat through dinner, and she sat through playtime, and she didn't say another word. Oh. Interesting. The next morning, Nikki came downstairs and checked out the day. Dad made his super blueberry pancakes, but Dad asked, "Is it true you don't want to be a flower girl?" Nikki nodded. "Are you still all in for love and pretty petals?" Nikki nodded. She went back to her room to think things over. Nikki said, "I'm not really a dress kind of girl." Dad nodded. "Never have been." "Let's go shopping," Dad said. "There will be ice cream." They were off on an adventure. Dad tried on his suit. "Yay," said Nikki. "You look gorgeous." "Now it's your turn," said Dad. Nikki was a little nervous. Yikes. And then she was not. That's so funny. The girl that I was talking about, she was dressed similarly like this, had a bow tie. I'm telling you, this is something. "You're gorgeous," Dad said. "I guess I am," said Nikki. Thanks. On the wedding day, the sun was shining, the clouds were fluffing, and the pancakes were blueberry. It was perfect, and the wedding was just about perfect. And then it got better. Well, she has a purse, and it's... And look, there's Auntie with her fun, useful, very nice husband. So they're celebrating love. And Auntie Carmela said, "Tiger, you gotta be you. And you are the best flower girl ever." Now let's see. Did she? Okay, so she did drop the petals. And that was it. Okay, wow. This is a realistic subject. Amy Bloom is the author of 3 New York Times bestsellers and a groundbreaking collection of essays. Trained as a clinical social worker, she is now director of the Shapiro Center for Writing and lives in Connecticut. And Jamila Walgreen, the illustrator, is an artist, educator, and founder of the Philadelphia Illustration Guide. Yeah. So she's still the flower girl, but she's wearing something that she feels comfortable with. Like I said, with my own situation, I still gave the person who was special to me a hug, and I promised that I would keep up with her. So, guys, that's what you have to do. They need that time with people who love them, and spread light.